Eala's Abu Dhabi Open prize money and ranking points revealed. Eala's campaign at the Abu Dhabi Open was impressive, but ultimately came to an end at the quarterfinal stage on Thursday. The 20-year-old was handed a tough test against world number 11 and second seed Ekaterina Alexandrova, and, despite a strong showing, was beaten 6-3, 6-3 by the Russian. Eala's campaign had started with an opening win against close friend Zeynep Sanmez in round 1, with the Filipina producing one of her strongest performances of 2026 so far to seal victory. That was then followed by a thrilling win over Alexandra Sasnovich in the second round, with the star battling from a double breakdown in the final set to seal victory. Though her campaign is now over, there are significant positives to take, and the star has also earned considerable ranking points and prize money. What prize money did Eala earn? Significant prize money is on offer at the Abu Dhabi Open this year, with the women's singles champion ultimately set to take home $185,500 at the WTA 500 event. Merely by entering the event, Eala insured herself of $13,005 in winnings, with that amount of prize money on offer in the opening round. However, the Filipina's win over Sanmez in her first match saw her reach the second round and guarantee at least $18,045 in prize money ahead of her match versus Sasnovich. By defeating Sasnovich and ultimately reaching the quarterfinal, the 20-year-old will take home a total prize money payout of $35,000. What ranking points did Eala win? Eala could have banked 500 ranking points had she lifted her first WTA title in Abu Dhabi, though the points she has earned will make a significant difference to her ranking. Just one solitary ranking point is on offer in the opening round of the event, though her win over Sanmez saw her earn at least 60 points for reaching round 2. After defeating Sasnovich to ultimately reach the quarterfinal, Eala will take home a total of 108 ranking points from her Abu Dhabi exploits. Eala was already at a career high of world number 45 in the WTA rankings ahead of the WTA 500 event, but is now set to scale new heights following her run. The Filipina is provisionally up 6 places to a new career high of world number 39 in the WTA live rankings, with Eala looking primed for a top 40 debut when the rankings officially update next Monday. She is now set to return to action at the Qatar Open in Doha, with the opening WTA 1000 event of the season starting on Sunday. Eala has entered the main draw following the withdrawal of Veronika Kudermetova. Want more from Tennis 365? Add us as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for tennis coverage you can trust. Read next: WTA rankings race to Riyadh, Rybakina leads, Mboko and Jovic star, Swiatek and Goff not in top 8. Glowing star a breakthrough on the hard courts of Abu Dhabi. Eala's rise, rewards and the wealth of a WTA 500. In the heart of the Middle East, under the brilliant desert sun and amidst intense competition on the outdoor hard courts of the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, an electrifying chapter in Eala's career has unfolded, one that blends sporting triumph, monetary reward, and a leap forward in world rankings. Eala, the 20-year-old Filipino sensation and one of Asia's brightest tennis talents, entered the WTA 500 event already riding the momentum of a strong early 2026 season. She came in ranked inside the top 50, a historic milestone in its own right, and many eyes turned to the young star as she prepared to take on some of the biggest names in women's tennis on a stage that offers significant points and six-figure prize money. Tennis the stage, WTA 500 prize money and points landscape. The Abu Dhabi Open is part of the WTA Tour's esteemed Middle East swing and is classified as a WTA 500 tournament, a tier that sits just below the elite WTA 1000 events in terms of ranking points and rewards, but above WTA 250s and 125s. Here's how the prize money and ranking points break down for singles competitors in the tournament. This structure not only incentivizes victory but also rewards progressive success, making every match, every set, every break matter both financially and in terms of Eala's trajectory up the WTA rankings. Flexed biceps. Eala's performance. Quarterfinal run. Eala's journey in Abu Dhabi began with early round victories that showcased her grit, athleticism, and strategic improvements. She won her opening matches, including an inspired comeback against an experienced opponent, Eala Sasnovich, to secure a spot in the quarterfinals. By reaching the quarterfinal stage, she achieved 108 ranking points added to her WTA total, $35,000 in prize money secured. These rewards reflect not only her performance at this individual tournament but also contribute to her broader career progression. While the title, and the maximum 500 points with it, remained out of reach after a loss in the last 8, the points and cash she earned are far from insignificant. For a young player in the early stages of her top 50 career, these gains represent both validation and momentum. Chart-increasing ranking implications. Climbing toward the top 40. Eala entered the tournament as world number 45, already a career best and the highest ranking ever achieved by a Filipino woman on the WTA Tour. But her success in Abu Dhabi has propelled her even higher in the WTA Live rankings, with projections pointing toward a top 40 debut once the official weekly update is published. This rise is significant because being within the top 40 increases seed protection in larger draws, meaning fewer immediate matchups against the very top players in early rounds. It improves entry into higher-tier events, e.g., WTA 1000s and Grand Slams, without needing to qualify. It reflects a growing confidence and consistency, hallmarks of players destined for greater titles. For Eala, those climbing numbers are more than statistics. They represent a future filled with bigger opportunities, larger purses, and the chance to compete on every major stage in tennis. Brain the broader narrative. More than money. At first glance, $35,000 may seem modest compared to the astronomical sums seen at Grand Slams and elite tournaments. But within the context of the WTA 500 level, such earnings are meaningful, especially for a rising star building her status on the global tour. Prize money in professional tennis isn't just pay for performance. It fuels a player's season, supporting travel, coaching, physiotherapy, and year-round preparation. For a young athlete like Eala, every dollar earned adds stability to an already demanding lifestyle. Moreover, the ranking points she gains have long-term value. They strengthen her placement in major draws. They reduce the pressure of needing to play qualifiers. They improve seeding prospects, paving the way for deeper runs and more consistent success. In essence, prize money and ranking points are two sides of the same coin. Both are rewards for excellence and both are instruments that shape the next chapters of a tennis career. Globe showing Europe-Africa beyond Abu Dhabi, Eala's journey continues. Eala's Abu Dhabi experience is part of a larger journey, one defined by persistence, incremental improvement, and historic milestones for both her and tennis in Southeast Asia. From major junior success to breaking into the professional top 50, Eala's path has been defined by bold ambition, consistent results, and a willingness to compete, not just participate. With every tournament, every win, and every incremental ranking bump,